Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Okay. Boy, we had the snow this week. We've been snowed in since Friday. We still haven't been able to leave the house, but it did some melting yesterday. So, anyway, okay, so today I got a lot to show you. Got a lot of work done this week, and I'm still not done. I actually wanted to do one more day of work before I did this video, but sometimes it just happens. Okay. So I'm going to log into YouTube first so I can see what you guys see. That way, if I'm not close enough, I can fix her up. Okay? And I'm sick, so if I have the sniffles and I'm whatever, then I just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? So let me log in here real quick so I can just see my own feed. Here I am. Good morning. Okay. Now I got my sleeves all rolled up. I'm all ready. It's cold. Sean's still sleeping. Let me tilt this just a little bit. My copier. There we go. I want more desk and less robe. Okay. Oh, I've been doing paper. I scrubbed my hands before I got on here. I swear to God. And I washed my robe, so I'm all clean. Well, this is as clean as it gets. Because I've been doing this paper, watercolors. And a lady, one of the gals, bought me gloves for Christmas, and I didn't find them until I was almost done. But now I have them out. But anyways, I've been doing this paper. Here, I'm going to turn this on. While I'm showing you the paper, I can... Hi, Shirley. Hi, Barbara. You're always lurking around. Hi. Hi, Cassie. So anyways, I'm really dirty because I've been doing paper. And I just want to tell you, watercolor people out there, coffee is a great medium. I love it, how it looks with color mixed with it. So I'm just going to show you real quick while I let my iron heat up. Now some of this, look, this is just coffee with blue and pink. And I put some glitter in it. And then I throw it in the oven. So I just want to show you real quick. Look how pretty that one is. It's so pretty. I had these in my shop, but I sold out. They sell out really fast. You've got to get them when you see them. But I just want to show you guys just to get you, inspired to maybe do some paper. A lot of the new gals always, well, not always, but I see a trend now that I've been doing this for a while. And, a lot of the new gals, they get so focused on the frosting that they forget about the cake batter. And the cake batter is your bones to your book. You got to slow down and take some time on your papers, distressing them and inking them and putting some craft on them and stamping and stenciling before you even sew it in. You got to spend some more time. You can't worry about the ribbons and the bows on the top. You got to do the bones first, the foundational work first. And so that's why I want to show you some of this stuff because, this is just coffee and blue Kool-Aid. That's all it is. And it's beautiful. Look. And I've been doing it all week, and I've been making the matching ribbon. I've been making the matching... This is just blue Kool-Aid and coffee. Matching ribbon, which I can't seem to keep in stock. I think I have some of the pink. And I think I have... Oh, yeah, my rose is right here. Oh, my God, it's so pretty. Here's my rose, and we did some more Blue Lagoon last night, so I have Blue Lagoon coming. But here's the rose, and I ink it up, and then I wind it around a clothespin, and then I have some doilies that I cut up, and I put it all in a little bag, and even the threads, I keep the threads too. So I give the threads out, you know, they run out first. So some of them get thread in the beginning and then some of them don't. But anyways, so you know, I take the dye, whatever it is I'm going to use. You can use mustard even. I've used mustard dyeing my curtains before. I did these little swirls on white curtains. Mustard dye's great. You guys know what dyes. Your mothers with children with stained clothes. You know what to use to dye. You can use berries, you know, spaghetti sauce dyes, tomatoes, you know, whatever you got. Onion skins, they dye beautiful. I have onion skin paper right here. It turns out gorgeous. You just boil the onion skins, that's it. Look, and it gives you this real pretty, you know, colored. Now I'm going to use this for my garden journals because I'm just like that, because it's an onion and came from, you know, the ground. So I'm all about that, and I love the way it looks. It's pretty. So I'm going to use it for my garden journal, you know, because I'm just like that, but you don't have to. You can use it for whatever. And just look how pretty this is. Now I use that grate pan, and that's just blue on the ends and pink in the middle, and I just dripped it on with the barbecue brush, paintbrush. Look at how pretty that is. Hi, Rankin. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Mary. Hi, Shirley. No, I don't dip. I have barbecue brushes or paint brushes, and I got my bowls of dye, and I just brush it on like I'm watercoloring with paints. Brush, even the coffee. But some of them, what I found out I like the best is wet on wet is the best. So I dip this in coffee paper. Coffee bath. I dip it in and I let it, you know, dip off a little bit, not a lot, because you want the coffee on there. Because what happens is, as soon as a wet hits another wet, then they blend. You know what I'm saying? So once I dip it in the coffee, then you can see where my brush is. I just get my dye and I just let it blop, blop, blop. And then the blue, I just let it blop around, and that's it. And I throw it in. You don't want to mess around with it too much, because you go like this with the pan and it all mixes and gets all kind of muddy. You got to just get it wet and get it in. Otherwise, you know, then it turns that mud color. But it's still pretty even if it's muddy, you know, it's pretty even then. So I was doing blue on the ends, because this is, you know, you're going to sew in like this, yeah. So if you do blue on the ends and you do the pink stripe in the middle, you get the automatic purple when it blends, so you don't have to have purple. I only had the two colors, blue raspberry, and it's black cherry, I think, Kool-Aid. This is just Kool-Aid. And I just take the packet of Kool-Aid, dump it in about 4 cups of water. That's about all it is, really dark. And then I add some paint, but you got to be careful with the glitter paint, that extreme glitter paint. Because if you get too much glitter, too much paint on your paper, it's going to stick. It sticks. The next one, when you put it on top, it sticks when you pull it off. So you got to really be careful. And otherwise, just lay them out singly and do single sheets. You know, if you really want to be weird, make sure it don't stick. But I do like to do mine in mass quantities, so I like to stack mine. But these ones, I couldn't. You have to do them singly to get it all pretty, you know. But anyways, when you do stack them, the color on the back of the other one isn't as bright, but it all works. So anyway, and then this is, I'm going to move on real quick here, and then this is just coffee and blue Kool-Aid. I mean, it's beautiful. You can't really quite see it that great on film, and then this is blue paper with, you know, this is my blue dot paper. It's just coffee stained blue dot paper, blue, you know, paper. And it comes out really good. And pink paper looks really good, coffee stain too. I love pink paper, coffee stain. Look how pretty it is. Isn't it nice? I love it. So now you can see the blue better. Now that I got pink next to it, it shows up better, don't it? Now you can see. I tried the yellow. This is my pastels that I have in the shop. I think they're sold out. I'm just showing it to you. But, and then here's the yellow. I love yellow. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of this color, what happened to it. But anyway, so, you know, try them all out. And the purple's beautiful with coffee on it. I'm not a big purple fan, but I'll show you here in my junk share in a second that I'm going to do a purple trick that I really liked. I thought it turned out really pretty. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that because I have a lot of new people in group right now and they're all wondering, you know, about how to do all this stuff. So I got to keep showing it, even for us veterans, because I don't know, sometimes even seeing something you've already seen before kind of kicks you in the butt and gets you moving. Hi, Carol. Hi, Donna. Yeah, the onion skin's really pretty, isn't it? I know. So, you know, anyway, it's just coffee and Kool-Aid and just drip it around and just see what it does, you know. But I especially love these ones. I just like how it turned out. And this is just dipped in coffee and then the Kool-Aid's just blopped on with the brush, you know, just dropping on. And it just looks beautiful. You guys seen the pictures. It looks better in pictures. But anyway, this is my favorite one. I want to use this one for something really good. So anyway, okay, so we got that all done. Now, oh my God, you know, I have this desk. I got 2 desks. Well, I got 3 desks. This one's just for paper and what I use to share my stuff when my other desk, you know, when you start the embellishing stage, it is a mess and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a mess. So I'm not even trying to clean that up right now. I'm in the midst. Okay. So I got a whole box of stuff. I know I'm a mess, but I'm telling you, I scrubbed my hands. Look how clean they are before I got on here. But you know, when you do this, I'm just stained. I'm just stained this color. So I got a whole box of stuff. Some of it I'm going to wax and some of it I'm not, but we'll go through each one and I will just show you what I was making here. And then I know this might be rude, but I have a yogurt. I didn't eat anything. And sometimes you know how you get going and all of a sudden you get super starving. So I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to open this up and then have it sitting here in case I get a hunger attack. Okay. Okay, so first thing is, I don't have a crafting iron. Okay, I have one, but I can't find the cord. Michelle got me one for Christmas, and I can't find the dang cord. And it's a little travel iron that you can get in the, it's not even in the crafts. It's in the travel with the suitcases and whatever. And it's just this little tiny iron. There's no holes in it, is the point. Or you can get a craft iron at the craft supplies, but usually in the craft stores, it's more expensive than getting it in the travel section. So just go over to the suitcases and get one. It's a lot easier. Okay. And then I got some wax pellets. These ones I got from Hobby Lobby, and they're really tiny. I actually like the bigger ones better, but they didn't have any. And these were quite expensive. It was like $17 a bag. So I haven't found a good spot yet to get these that are like a reasonable price. Maybe that is reasonable. I really don't know. But if you use your 40% off coupon, you know, then it won't be too bad. But I already used it on other stuff that day when I was there, and I just wanted to get these. So whatever. Hi, Sherry. Oh, you got snowed in. Yay for you. Thank you for that beautiful video. That was really fun to see. I've never seen anybody show my books. I mean, I have, but they're always messed up because nobody, you know, people that don't do videos mess it up, you know. So usually you can't see or something's going on or, you know, whatever. So that was like the first video where you could actually see and, you know, there wasn't a big catastrophe or anything. So that was really fun for me because I've never got to see that. Oh my God, that was so cool. But anyway, so here's the wax pellets and just my regular iron, you know. Okay, so what I'm doing is, in case you don't know, this is a madness. It actually is. And I posted in group yesterday because I'm getting super frustrated. These are my 2 little boxes. I have 2 boxes like this, scrap boxes. And when they get full, then I make my scrappies out of them. You know, my scraps. You know, Franken pages and scrappy tablets and, you know, all the whatevers we make. And then I vowed, you know, this year I'm using up all my scraps. Normally dump because I just have so many scraps, but I thought, nope, this year I'm going to make more scrap stuff. Okay, so that's what I've been doing this year, and that's all fine and dandy. But, listen, I set out to make a scrapbook out of just scraps. I started with 2 boxes, and I showed a picture in group yesterday. I just end up with more scraps. So I'm getting kind of frustrated. Here I was thinking I was going to use up my scraps. Yeah, right. I just get more. Anyways, I went through the scraps yesterday and actually threw out the garbage that I won't use. And then, so I'm down to 1 box now. Now I got 1 box. So here's my scrap box. I'm going to go through the rest of this today and use it up if I can, or this week. I'm going to finish this dang box. Or somebody told me to dump it in a bag and sell it in my shop because they would buy it. I've had people say that to me over and over again because there's such good stuff in here. I mean, especially for a new person. There's Tim Holtz stuff. There's pins. There's so much stuff in here. Anyways, I was actually thinking about doing that too because I just have too much. I just get too much. So anyway, that's the story. So the stuff I made is what I want you to understand is I'm only using scraps is the point of the whole thing. So when you're only using scraps, you're forced to do things that you wouldn't normally do. And it isn't all beautiful and all this. It's scrappy, get it? So, I mean, it's cool. It's not, but you know the difference. You get what I'm saying. Okay. So, you know, this is just stuff sewn together, like parchment paper and some graph paper and some yellow paper, and it's white thread. And then this was just a mistake to leave the pocket there. When I scooted around the corner, I just missed the paper is all. So I just took advantage of it and sewed a couple things together and collaged it together and put them in the little pocket, and shoot, it's cute. It's kind of cute, you know. And then I just stamped and ink. This one I'm not going to wax. There's nothing really, I mean, we'll see. I'll put it here, but we don't really need to wax that one. And then a lot of these, okay, here's one we can wax for sure. Okay, so this is just a Tsunami Rose die cut, a book page, and some piece of this awesome fabric somebody sent me. God, I'm gonna miss that when I don't have it anymore. And I inked it up and I script stamped. Okay. And so now, see, that's why I was hoping it isn't going to be too far away, the camera. So I think I'm going to pull it in a little bit. Do you guys mind if I mess around with the camera? I know it stinks, but I really want you to be able to see. And looking at my camera, I can see that it's a little too far away. Let me just pull it down just a little bit, okay? Hopefully nothing comes crashing down, but we'll see. Okay. Okay, let's just see if this is a little better. I know that's annoying. I'm very sorry, but I really want you to be able to see. I think that'll be better, right? You can see a little closer, and then I'll hold it up as well. Okay. I don't have a zoom on my iPad, so I can't, like, zoom it in. Okay. So, basically, you just take your wax pellets and drop them over the top where you want to wax. Now, the wax is a glue, okay? And it'll go through many pages if you get too much on. So you're better off to start a little, and then especially if you're waxing right in your journal. Oh, I have done that when I was new. Wax right on my page, and then I wax pages together. So you got to really watch out what you're doing. So I'm melting it and I'm dragging it across the flower. So what this is going to do is, now I do glue this a little bit, just glue it just a little bit, just to hold it a little bit while I'm waxing, but the wax is going to glue it all together. Like, it's going to stick together, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, it's wet, and you can't see what it's going to do at the moment, but in a minute, when it's dry, you're going to be able to see that it's another distressing tool is all it is. It's given us another dimension, you know, beyond the regular stuff that we're doing, you know, to all this. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just, you can see what it does already, darkens it right up, but I'm gonna, now I waxed it to the, I'm gonna just set this over here. Maybe I want to do some more on the leaves right here. I want to get this kind of thick. I never do it thick enough, actually, is my thing. I'm too light-handed with it. And when I see someone else, or when I get something else from someone else and it's a thick wax, I really enjoy it. So today I'm going to try to go thicker. Because I'm so afraid from before, from sticking those pages together, that sometimes I don't do it thick enough now. But, oh, is it ever pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just let it sit over here and move on. And then when it dries, I'll show you what it's doing, okay? Okay, now some of these I'm not going to wax, but I'm still going to show you because it's just a big, huge junk share, okay? So some of these are just scraps that I took out of my, oh, let's see where I'm at now. They're just cardstock scraps that I stamped with my stamps and sewed on some fuzz, you know, and I inked them up, look. And then Laura Sitlington, oh, she got me this corner stamper that's scalloped. Ooh, I love it. So Laura, if you're going to watch this, oh my gosh, I love that so much. So they're just stamp, ink, no big deal, and sew on some junk on the side, ribbon and lace and stuff. So these ones we really don't need to, and I did a whole bunch of them because it's just what I had with the scraps sitting there. And these ones I really don't need to, I don't need to wax these ones. I like them like they are. But we'll see, because sometimes I go through that and then I don't end up waxing anything. Oh, here we go. This one we can wax. This is a total wax. So it's just a book page, a doily, eyelash trim, and a Tim Holtz die cut, right? Okay. And I'm going to open that up because otherwise I'll glue it to itself. Now, this would have been especially good to have some cheesecloth on here because cheesecloth takes up the wax really well, but I didn't put any on here because like I said, I was just using scraps. So sometimes you don't have what you want. And I have eyelash trim, and eyelash trim doesn't look the greatest with wax, so this one, I'm going to just do it on the flower as much as possible. I got some on the book page, and I did some here, and I'll do some more on the edge here. So we can get it real waxy on this edge. And you can see right there what it's doing to the book page. It's getting it all screwed up, you know. It's getting it all messed up. It's a really cool effect once it dries. I'll show you. You know what I mean? Now this whole flower is all waxy. And the book page is all waxy. It's so cool. I'll show you as soon as it dries. Ooh, I'm getting it on real thick on this one. Hoo-hoo, I love it. Okay, now this is what I was showing you earlier, purple paper with coffee stain on it. And then I sewed parchment over it. So it's kind of misty and I stamped under it. And I know it's no big deal. But when I showed you guys the pictures, you were like, ooh, I love that. Because it's misty purple. It's not like purple in your face. It's like a pretty little lavender. So anything that you put parchment over is real pretty. I got a bunch of real pretty stuff in here. So I'll show you. This one is just another piece of scrap paper I stamped on and sewed some stuff on the top, and it's just going to be a stuffy because so much of our stuff is this that sometimes you need these plain ones to cut that when you put it in the tuck. You know, you can't have flower, 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 or it gets all crazy. You got to have some plain stuff to cut it. You get it? And then this is just a scrap of material, and then I sewed some vintage wedding dress over the top, and I just tucked in a little thing here, and I don't know, I'll probably glue this on an envelope or something, you know. Just junk. This I'm not gluing either. Well, I could glue this. I could do this one. Okay, this one, these are my wax seals I have in the shop. It's just a screwed up piece of paper that it's just a fold down, right? And then the back is just layered up papers, but we can totally wax this. Right here, these papers, it'll look cool. And just, sometimes I just do it on one edge, you know, just so that it looks like it was, then it was, you know, not intentional. You're trying to make it look as though it's aged itself, not like you're purposely doing it. You know, and that's why I always say when you have these projects and these things, if you do everything so linear, you know, if you put lace around the square, well, then it doesn't really look, it looks intentional then, you know what I'm saying? So you got to throw it on there. Throw it on like it fainted that way. Remember how I always say that? Throw it on like it fainted that way. So now when this dries on this paper, it's going to have another dimension to it because it's got wax on it. Ooh, it's going to be cool. Can't wait till some dries and I'll show you. So we'll put this over here. This is beeswax. Pellets. Beeswax pellets. Yep, it looks like grease spots. Yep, that's exactly right. It does look like grease spots. So that's the cool part about it. Okay, so then this envelope, it was just in my scraps, and this was in my scraps. All this was in my scraps. I just glued it all on. It's no big deal. And I'll just wax a little bit right here and over the stamp a little bit because it's got cheesecloth there. And what happens with the wax, though, also, if you get it too thick, it cracks. So there is a technique to this. You just have to, it cracks when it's dry, you get it. You just have to work with it, and you know, the more you work with it, then the more you learn the whole process. See, look, it does look like grease marks. That's exactly what we're doing, because now when it dries, we're going to have these waxy spots there, and it's another dimension and makes it look, you know, all screwed up. It's exactly what we're trying to do, and it looks awesome. I love it. Okay, let me get out another handful of junk. See what I got here. Oh boy. This is just a book page folded in a couple of pockets. I didn't even do anything to it yet to even wax. This one, I guess I'm not going to wax this either because they're little die cuts. It's just going to be a corner tuck, obviously. Airmail, book page, parchment. And then I just sewed it right here. So now when I put little papers in, I can just tuck them in. And then you don't even have to. And then I'll glue this down and you have another tuck right here. So it's kind of fun. I like to stack up papers like that. So then you can just make little pretty little tucks like that. It's kind of cute. So I'm not going to wax that either. And then this one I'll wax though. Ooh, yeah. This one's got all kinds of stuff on it. Doily, die cuts, sheet music, lace. There's a little bag, another doily, and some book pages. So this one's definitely a good one to wax. It doesn't have much cheesecloth on it. I should have put some more on here. I didn't think. Got to be careful though because I'll glue that bag shut. Hi, Rosemary. So I'm going to keep my wax on the lace as much as I can and work it this way, because I don't want to wax my bag shut. Right. See how it made it all screwed up? It looks like grease spots, just like you said. Now when it dries, ooh, it's going to be cool. Just wait. You just wait. Now I made these. Ooh, these are fun. Oh, they're so pretty. I don't even know what to do with these yet. If I embellish them, I'm afraid I'm going to ruin them. These ones, I did some old vintage doilies, paper doilies I found, and I coffee stained them, and I glued them to colored paper, and then I sewed over parchment paper over the top of them, and they are just, I love it. It's so pretty. And then I put some gilding polish underneath so you can kind of see the shimmer. Ooh, it's so pretty. I don't even know what to do with these yet, so I made a whole bunch because I just love them. I might just leave them like they are. They're just gorgeous. So anyway, I mean, you could put a bow or this or that, but I just hate to even ruin them. God, they're pretty. I love those. Well, this one we can wax. This is wallpaper, and they're beeswax pellets. Wallpaper, Tim Holtz die cut, and graph, and then I left the little holes and put reinforcers over so I can, well, Sherry knows how I do it, so I can put charms and stuff on there. So, and then I left her, I just did one stitch down, so I left her so that you can get something back here, or there's something back here, but if I wax it, we won't be able to do that. And I don't have any cheesecloth or anything here either, so anyway. Anyways, I'll do a little bit of wax over here so that I don't ruin the entire thing for tucking, right? And I'll do one right there just to see. One right in the corner. Hey, it did a lot of damage. Look at, because I want to still be able to tuck stuff in there. We'll get a little bit on there. There, see? Now I'm going to have wax all around. You can see what happened. So I'll show you, like I said. Now, these ones are what I really want to show you, is these. All these little bits. These are what I really wanted to wax. I got a bunch, but I'll show you. Little teeny weeny little tags. Cheesecloth, die cut, lace. Same thing. Little tiny little white tags. Right? And these are Tsunami oh, I don't know who those are. I don't know who these are, actually. Maybe it is Tsunami Rose. I really don't know. I'm pretty sure it has to be. I don't use much else. Anyways, I just shrunk them down. And cheesecloth again, lace doily. And these ones are really, really, you're going to love it because it's got the images and the faces and stuff. Just wait. And it's going to be all waxy. Oh, this is going to be great. Okay. And these ones you can get heavy-handed a little bit because it looks really good when it's real thick. Like, it got really messed up accidentally. Accidental-like. These are the ones I wanted to do. This is what I started to do just for the book I'm doing. And then, you know, I can't just do one. So I got to do a whole dang thing. Okay, so let's just let this sit over here. All wet. Ah, it's sticking to me. And I'm putting on over the buttons and lace and everything. It goes good right on the buttons too. And it'll hold them suckers right down, let me tell you what. And if you don't get enough wax, you can go do a second layer after it's dry. You just do more. If you don't like the way it looks. Ooh, but over top of these little faces, oh boy, it just brings them right out. Makes them all soft and romantic looking. Ooh, it's so pretty. Wait till you guys see. I love it over these pretty colors. Ooh, it's so good. All my little pellets are running all over. And then I got buttons in this one, so I got to do it around the buttons. You can do it on them, but I'm saying my iron doesn't lay flat. Ooh, over these images, it just pops them right out. Oh, this is so cute. I want it real thick all over. Ooh, this is cute. If you get it too thick, then it's kind of like, well, you know, a little too waxy, but you just hit it with the iron again. Oh, this is so adorable. Oh my gosh. It's a little thick right there. You can tell when it starts drying because it gets milky. So if it's too milky, just hit it with the iron again. I'll try to show you what it looks like held up, but let me do one more. So I got a couple to show you. It always shows up better when you got a couple in your hand. Oh, this looks so good over top of this color. I'm telling you. You are going to run to the store to get some of this wax. Oh, it's so pretty. And it looks really good on ribbon, too. And, I mean, I'm not done with these. I'm going to put, like, you know, a flower on top or, you know, whatever after, but... And the fluff on the top and, you know, all that. Okay. I got two. We'll see now if you can tell. And I got this one. Of course, I'll show it in group, too, but... Now, it's not dry, but you can kind of tell, can't you? A little bit. Oh, it's so good. But I'll show you again when they're drier. See, they're starting to dry now. Oh yeah, they're starting to dry now, and you can see. Let's see if I put the light higher. How's that? Is that better if the light is higher? You can kind of see now where it's all waxy. See? And then, boy, it just soaks right in the cardstock, though, let me tell you. You gotta get this stuff really thick on this, boy. This is just cardstock I printed out a Tsunami Rose flower on. Yep, this is beeswax pellets. Yep. So I'm adding another layer to that because it's not thick enough. And then here's one I haven't done yet. This one's got lace, real thick lace on it. So this is going to be a good one because you'll be able to really tell. And it's got cheesecloth. So this will be a good one. Hi, Michelle. I was just telling them how you bought me that iron and how I can't find the cord. Yeah. I can't find the dang cord. I gotta go through that. I got it in a little cart. One of those rolling carts, you know? And I got too much stuff in the cart, so I gotta go through the cart. I know it's in there. I just use this for wax. I don't go then and try to iron my clothes. I just leave it in here. But all I do is when it's hot, then I just iron on paper until all the wax comes off. I just keep ironing until it comes off, but it's, you know, but I just use it in here now. Who irons their clothes? I don't iron none of my clothes. No, once in a while I do for weddings, but my printer is an HP NV5540. And I'm on the Instant Ink program. You can sign up under me with my email, kellysnow2006@gmail.com, and you'll get a free month. And then I will get a free month. My link doesn't work, so you have to, when you call them, you have to give them my email. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's inkjet or what. I have no idea. It comes with ink cartridges, and I put them in. But it's the best printer I've ever had, and best program I've ever been on. My printer was $90. I mean, like, that makes up for everything. And the ink, oh my god, I could never afford to do this without being on the ink program. No way. It's inkjet? Okay. Well, there you go then. It's inkjet. I don't know what the difference is even, but all I know is I don't even order ink anymore. It just comes. My printer tells them when to send it to me, and I don't even have to order it. It just shows up at my door automatically right before I even need it. I love it. $10 a month. You kidding me? Ooh, this is cute. And this is just a little booklet. So this one's really cute. See, you can tell when it gets a little too thick. You gotta... This one's gonna be cute. Right? This one's gonna be cute. And when it's all dry, you'll be able to see. $10 a month. You get 300 pages, and as many journals as I make, I don't even use that many. $10 a month that comes to your door. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's like so easy. I don't even want to pretend to get something else. So just a glassine bag. Vintage wedding dress, doily, little flower. This one I'm going to be real easy and light because it's a glassine bag and I don't want to wax it shut. But I just want a little tiny bit of something on this flower to give it a little zhuzh, and something on the wedding dress. I have, well, what I call good luck charms. They're wedding dress, vintage wedding dress, piece of the hem, big long piece with a ruffle on the bottom. Some of the veil, and then a bunch of lace panels and vintage doilies stacked up in a little bundle with, and then I made, there was satin underskirt, so I made satin ribbon. So you get 2 yards of satin ribbon off the vintage wedding dress. You get a clip snippet off the wedding dress, and then you get a snippet off the veil as well. And they're called good luck charms. So yeah, they got cheaper packages, but $300 for $10 a month. I'm like, whatever. And I'll just print, you know. So anyway, we put a little wax on there. And then I love just the doily glued down to the paper. It looks so pretty. I just love it. I just leave it like that. I just leave it like that. And then I coffee stain it with the doily too, but, you know. So anyway, I'm not waxing that. Again, just scraps. You know, yeah, it's the best service. They help me with everything. Anything I need, they help me. So just scraps. Here's a graph piece of paper, and then I die cut and cheesecloth, and I left it open so we could tuck. So I'll put a little wax here on the side. Not a lot, because I don't want it to wax my tuck shut. So we'll just add a little for some extra dimension here, and right? Just a little, you know. Doesn't have to be a ton. I'll put maybe 1 or 2 over here. I'll put a little bit more right here. There we go. There. And it takes cheesecloth really well, like I said, and it makes it all cool looking. I don't know if I did any waxing in your book, Sherry. I can't remember now. I don't think so. The doily? Yeah, it's cute. I love it, too. It's so pretty. So anyway, I just waxed on the side and a little bit right here. You can see where it's kind of wet, so we'll let that dry. This is just a banner. And then when I get a bunch of scrappy I just sew them together on the top, and I make my little tablets, you know, and I glue on some pretties right there, and then I got my little scrappy tablets. You know how we make those. Here's another pink lace little booklet. I don't know if I'm going to sew in them or just leave it like that or what, but it's so pretty with the lace. I love it. It's so beautiful. Okay, here's some more little bitties, little teeny weeny tags. This one too. This is just a piece of scrap paper that I stamped, established, and sari ribbon and sewed. And here's another piece of paper with the doily on it. It's just pretty. Here's another scrap piece of paper I sewed right here and put vintage little ticket right there so we could put some wax on this one. Okay. So I love these baby tags. Tiny art is so funny. It's just so cute. So I got this little teeny little tag. And I just like to dump the wax on it. Because when they're done, it looks so cool. I love it. This one's a little bit drier now. But I'll let him sit there. I want a couple more. I have a whole bunch of these little ones. I want to do these little ones. Some of these I left really plain. Look, this just has little tidbits. Little teeny tidbits. No, I don't have these beads in my shop. They're at Hobby Lobby. Kind of expensive. I can't find a good place to get these at that. But if you go to Hobby Lobby and use your 40% off coupon, it won't be too bad because they're kind of expensive. I think it was like $17 for this bag. This one's going to be cool. Even though it's kind of like plain, it's going to be cool though because it's got wax and it's just messed up enough. It's going to look good. Okay, we're going to try this one. Yeah, Amazon. I've looked on Amazon. It's still $17. It don't matter. I've looked, believe me, everywhere. Unless I'm just punching in the wrong stuff, but I can't seem to find a good price for it. Anywhere. These are altered clips that I shrunk down Tsunami Rose images to wallet, mini wallets. And then stuck them on. This stuff I sell in my shop. Yeah, I've tried the... Look how they look now, see, with the wax. Can you see a little better? It looks good, right, with the wax. I love it. Look at this baby one with a little baby chick. It's going to be so cute. if you load up on the wax on these little ones, I don't know. It's just fun to pick them up and hold them and play with them, and they're fat and waxy. Ooh, it pops the color. Yeah, it really does. I'm telling you. It makes it like misty or something too. This is just so cute with the little chick. Oh my goodness, the little vintage sticker. Oh my god, that's gonna be so cute. Oh, okay. This is brown craft paper. It's in my shop. I use it for pages a lot, but I taped it down to my desk so I would quit getting ink all over. Kind of works good. This one's good too. It's just a tag, cheesecloth, lace, die cut, inked up, you know. Nice. The die cuts, the cardstock takes a lot, boy. You'd think it would saturate faster, but it doesn't. I don't know, you could try it with the heat gun, but with the heat gun, you don't really have any say on the direction that it goes, though. With this, I can pull it this way, or I can drag it this way. With the heat gun, you're just putting it on there, and it would just melt wherever it melted, you know what I mean? At least with this, you can have a little bit of say in where it goes. This is a Rolodex. Just lace cheesecloth. Another one of the images from... Yeah, the pellets would blow away. Yeah, they're pretty small, these ones. Well, I don't know if my iron just went on the fritz or what, but my light's not on anymore. And I can't tell if it's off or on. So, we'll see. Well, it's all worn off, all the things. So I can't tell if it's on or off or what's going on. All I know is it's smoking, so maybe it's still on. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. All messed up. Oh yeah, I heard it. And this is just a scrap piece of paper, cheesecloth die cut. That's all it is. And I just sewed down the side so I can tuck back there if I want to add one more thing to it. So I'm only going to wax the side so I don't wax it down. Because when it dries, it's like glue. And you'll be crying in the rain if you glue everything. Ooh, it's pretty. I am telling you. And once I get these all done, I'll go back through then and show you guys what they look like, okay? Like, I'm just throwing them over here because they're wet. But I will show you when we're done here, okay? Cute. And here's a baby one. Ooh, these baby tags are so cute. Well, it's smoking, so it must still be on. I love these baby ones. Oh my gosh. And then here's just a scrap piece of paper that I sewed on the bottom. book page, Tsunami Rose Girl, and just some scraps of lace I had sitting there. Scraps force you to do it, you know. Yeah, the dot paper is my favorite. I probably use it too much, but it's okay. I like it. Just gives you another element, you know, to build on. You better be kissing me. Okay.
No, come back.
Yeah, but you better kiss me. Hi, Daddy. Hi. Love you. Okay. So these now are just basically bases. I'll show you what I got going on here. I'll show you what I got going on with these now. Let me get them out here. Because this was a different phase I was doing here. So these are, well, this is just a tag shape out of the doily with the paper, you know, and the tracing paper over it. So anyways, I like doily over top of the coffee paper. I just like the way it looks. And so I know now that I have these, it's just coffee paper on the back and doily glued down to coffee paper on the front. So this is just a background, like it's a doily there. So now I can layer, layer, layer and make my little stuff. So, you know, like the groundwork is done, you know what I mean? And then here's just another tag with the doily on the inside. And then these purple ones, look how pretty they are. That purple paper, you know, with the coffee on it. And then I glued the doily down to it. And then I sewed the tracing paper over the top. So it's kind of like all misty and pretty, and like now I can layer on the top if I want to, or you can leave it because you can write on tracing paper, you know what I mean? If you just put, you know, whatever, I don't know. Yeah, I have paper doilies in my shop. I have 5-inch ones. I have some red ones for the holiday, for Valentine's. I have a bunch, but if you want some vintage ones, I can sure make some packs up. Sometimes I just don't know what you guys want. If you need some of those, I have so many vintage doilies. It's ridiculous. And you can go to the dollar store and get them there too, but they're just not as nice. They're not the same as they used to be. You know what I mean? So I always look for vintage ones. I just like them better. So anyways, I love this purple paper. It just looks pretty. And here's the pink, again, pink paper with the doily. And then I just made little booklets. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet, but, you know, but they're real pretty. But I have the white 5-inch ones in my shop, and I have gold foil, and I haven't done any of that underneath here either, and those would look really pretty. And then I have red round ones and red hearts, and then after we're done here, I can dig through and put some vintage ones up if you guys want some. But anyway, so these are just basically tracing paper on the back and coffee stained paper and doily glued down. Even just a little piece looks pretty, and you can just build on these. See, doily, tracing paper on the back, you know. So basically that's all these ones are, is tracing paper and doilies. But I got a bunch of them done, and now I can build on them, layer on them, and I got tracing paper on the back. So, you know, it's just a step that's done, you know. So that's good. And then, let me get this all out of my way here. And then, fold this back up. Looks cool now with wax on the back of it. Okay, now let's see what else we got. Getting down to the end of the box. Oh no, I still got some good stuff here I gotta show you. Oh, my little babies. Okay. So glassine bags are in my shop, and it's just a doily, eyelash trim, and a die cut. I did not coffee stain this one because sometimes it's pretty just to have them white and clear and plain. They look real pretty like that too. A little more delicate, not so grunged up, you know. But you got to be careful waxing on glassine because you'll wax it shut. So just make sure it stays open when it dries, and that's going to be really cute. Here's another plain white tag that I did too. I sandwiched the clip in the middle so that it's a hidden clip in the front. You can only see it in the back, and you can glue a piece back here if you want a total hidden clip. You can do double-sided, but I just didn't this time. So it's just a napkin piece, doily, image, cheesecloth trim, and then I'll wax it now. It'll look really good. You can kind of keep the waxed ones a little bit plainer because you're going to put wax all over it, and then once the wax is on, then you can go back and like put any toppings on. You know, I got to put the fluff on and anything you want on the top, you know. Toppings are last. Everybody always wants to put them on first, and then they go, oh, that doesn't look good. I've seen so many posts like that in group, you know, new girls or whatever. Like, oh, okay, I'll put this on here, put an image on and a bow and something, and oh, gee, that don't look good. Doesn't look like yours, why not? Well, it's because you got to do all the background first. Can't just put a bow on it and think it looks good. Of course, sometimes it does, doesn't it? Just depends. But you got to get all the background stuff done. Now, this is going to look so freaking good. Because look how waxy it is with the two papers, the doily and the napkin in the back. Oh my God, it's going to look so good. You know, when I put fluff on, I can put a little bow up here. You could put a sequin, whatever you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how sequins would go in this wax. You think they would? I bet you the sequins would stick, huh? Because I hate sequins. How in the heck do you use the sequins? We should try it. Dang, I wish I had some right here. I'd throw some on here and see if they stick. I bet you they do. We'll have to try that next time. Because I love sequins, but I ain't trying to... I don't know what the heck to do with those things. Glue every little stinking one. I don't know. So this is just a piece of paper. I wrapped in tracing paper and put scraps inside. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's just cool. So that's that. This is just a piece of cardstock I had left over. I sewed all the way around, and I did the pretty punch with my crocodile. And then I got a piece of ephemera, and I just sewed on some cheesecloth and sewed on the side and inked it all up. And it's just, this is going to look good now, like I say. To cut the floral, you got to put a flower with a plain. You see? If I do flower, 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 then it's going to be too many flowers. So you got to put a floral with a plain. You know what I'm saying? And then it looks, you get it? Otherwise, you get too crazy. So then here's these ones again. I made a bunch of these little purple ones with the butterflies on the inside. And this one has a doily. Just little ones. Because lots of times I want just a little thing to put in a little thing. And this is more of my doily stained coffee paper. And it's just a scrap of paper that was sitting there. So I put my tickets on, put my junk down. This was from a piece of sheet music in the corner. And put a little bow on it and call it good. But we can put a little wax on here because we got some tickets and some cheesecloth right here. So that will take up some wax pretty good. And it'll look good on the tickets. See? Ooh. It's going to be good. Another glassine bag. Vintage wedding dress. Seam bindings in my shop. I have a million colors. And these glassine bags are in my shop too. I have a million sizes. You have to have glassine for sure. I think I even have a better price than Hobby Lobby, actually. because I buy mine in bulk. And then when you order from me, you're getting 35. You're not getting, 10 or whatever it is they sell. You're getting 35. So it'll last you quite a long time. So anyway, these are going to be really cute. And I put these on the dot pan. You could put your glassine on the dot pan too. It looks really cute. I love that one. And then I'm almost done, babes. You'll make breakfast or something, Dad? You eating cookies?
Mm-hmm.
I love you. You sound terrible. We've been sick, so.
Congested.
Yeah, you sound terrible. I got a couple more of these babies to do. Look, I even use a postage stamp. Put your postage stamps down on your things underneath some cheesecloth and a postage stamp on a little tag that I inked up and script stamped. So it's the simplest thing. And it's gonna look really good when I'm done. And it's just cheesecloth, and a stamp. Is he spoiled? I don't know. I don't think he is. I mean, maybe. I really don't know. Everybody's perception is different about people, You know what I mean? No, he's an angel, and he should be spoiled. I probably don't spoil him enough, actually. Maybe, I really don't know. We would have to ask him and see what he says. I think he would like a little more spoiling, but he's actually pretty good. I really don't. If I ask him, he would never admit it anyways. He is like one of those people. He doesn't require anything from me. He doesn't even care if I make him dinner. Like, he's not one of those husbands that is demanding at all. Or one of those people, you know what I mean? He just allows me to just do whatever I want. You know what I mean? And I never met anybody like that before. I'm so demanding and controlling like my dad, and to live with someone that is the total opposite of you has taught me so much, like tolerance wise and whatever. I'm still learning, obviously. You guys see my rants and groups. I'm freaking out. No, but I swear he's an angel. I swear to God. He was sent here to teach me how to behave. No, I'm not kidding. He's got more depth than anyone I've ever met in my life. And he's just, I swear he's like I don't even know what, some kind of creature. Cosmically connected kind of guy, you know what I mean? He's just something else again. I can't even explain it. Anyways, you want to talk about living in surrender, he would be a really good one to learn from. So anyway, these are really good, and I love the way that stamp looks. Look at the stamp with the wax on it and the cheesecloth and stuff. No, Carrie, listen. When you're not used to living with somebody like that, and then to try to flip yourself to not require anything from anyone, I was like, what? How do I? At first, I was like, I didn't understand it. At first it was hard because I didn't understand the gift in it. You know what I mean? When all your relationships aren't like that. Usually relationships aren't like that. So when you meet someone that is the exact opposite of what you've been taught, it's like, oh wow, this is like freedom, only it's the weird freedom, because sometimes you don't like it, because sometimes it's like, hey, you get this needy part of you that says, hey, I want some attention or this or that, but he doesn't fall for any of that. You are your own being, and you don't need anyone else for anything. You really don't. And we always look to other people to fill our empty cups, and it's not fair. We should just take care of what we need to take care of our own, and not worry about what everyone else is doing. If everyone did that, we would have a better time of it, everybody just, it's hard enough to control yourself, let alone try to, you know, try to control other people. So anyway, this one's cool. That's a Tim Holtz and some cheesecloth, and it bled through. I'm not sure if we'll be able to write on it now on the bleeding spots, but anyway, that's cute. Okay, and then this is just, I have these envelopes in my shop, glassine, I coffee stained it, and then I did all kinds of crap to it. I don't know. Little sidekick because it's his dog. And then a stripe, like that might have been his shirt. And then the, you know. So it's just fun, and that's just a scrap. I don't know. So that's that. And then it's just more scraps. I just did this and made a clip and just threw it on there. Oh, here's one more. And then I got to show you these ones I made. They're kind of cool. And then I'll go through and show you what the wax looks like. Now, his impression on the earth is very light. He's one of those invisible guys, you know, one of those invisible people that you see. Or maybe don't see. Being invisible is a power in itself. Too many times people want to be seen. There isn't very many that want to stay invisible. So he's rare. So this one's really cute. I love all the wax. Okay, now these ones are fun. Here's one more. It's just paper, sheet music, die cuts. You know, it's all the same. How in the heck did I do this one? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, you know, he is. He really, and the lone wolves, they're just sexy, aren't they? Because they're so like, you know, you don't need a friend. You don't need to look outside of yourself for anything, ever. And that's where we get messed up. That's where we get, oh, I'm lonely, or I'm this, or I'm that, you know. Or I hear that a lot. And the thing of it is, you know, it's because we always look to someone else, too, for everything. What happened to this? Neat. You know, I mean, serious business. When are we going to take responsibility for ourselves? We look to other people, and then when we don't get what we want from them, we get pissed off. Like, what? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it really doesn't. So I'm an unconventional thinker anyway, so I'm over it, you know, trying to be that way, because it doesn't work. All you are is disappointed in people all the time. So people are fragile. They can't help you. They can barely, people hang on by a thread. You know, they can't do anything for you. Why do you go looking for somewhere to get comfort, joy, love, whatever, when nurturing, when you can get it yourself? You do it yourself. Uplift yourself by yourself. That's the best gift you can give yourself, you know. So anyway, graph paper, and I love the holes, so I always keep the holes. And then I just wrapped it in parchment and sewed my scraps inside. I'm like, heck with that. Look, I even sewed lace on the inside. Oh, there's a piece of trim. I'm like, forget this, man. And then I got buttons in this one. I'm like, I'm sewing my scraps right inside the dang thing. Then I have to use it. Look, this one, I've got a little puzzle piece inside of it. Isn't that cute? And there's a little stamping in there with the key. Oh my God, that's so funny. Anyways, so my box is empty. So that's that, you guys. So let's go through some of this wax now and see if it dried any. And then I can take some pictures and group. It's a parchment shaker. Yeah, except for it's tracing paper. Well, this one we did a little wax. See, even on this plain glassine, it looks pretty. And this one looks really good with the wax. No, I haven't done any of the leaves or anything yet. And these all look pretty good. Ooh, I just love the way these all look with the wax, I'm telling you. right? And all these little babies. I love the way this stamp looks. I'm telling you, I wish I could show you better, but it just looks really cool. I'm going to catch up to myself on the feed so I can see how you guys see it. I don't see yet. Oh, here we go. Cool, right? So cute. And then all of these look good. I just love the little bitties. They just look good. My iron is over here smoking. Yeah. And these are just cute. So I will take some pictures. I just love the way these look with the wax. I do too, Cindy. I just love them. I love every single one. Look at this one with all the wax. It looks so good. When you get it at home and do it yourself, you'll see how it looks. It's just pretty. This one looks really good. I love just all the wax all around. So pretty. And this one we waxed a little bit. So it's just stiff, you know. It's like glue almost, you know. And this one looks really good. I didn't get my glassine bag is in there. Ooh, I waxed it a little bit. So you gotta watch out. So this will be a nice tuck spot. And then here's the first one we did. And you can really see the wax on there. It just looks good. No, really, these just, you gotta do it. I'm telling you, look how cute these are. Well, these ones I'm not putting for sale. I was just going to put them in my stash and use them in my books. But I'm making another box, so if I get some more done, I'll put some in the store. Aren't they nice? Yeah, I never thought about putting them in the store. I just don't know, you know. I don't know what the heck is going to... But I sure could. Did you guys want some doilies? I got vintage doilies. If you want me to put some up, I will. I'll do big packs too, because I don't, well, if you notice, like I try to, but my shop's got a $10 minimum, otherwise it's just favors, you know, and it ends up costing me money to send people stuff, so I just have a $10 minimum. So if I do doilies, you know, it's going to be like $5, and I'll put in, you know, I don't know how many, as much as I can, because $5 is a lot. I know you can go to the dollar store, but they're all vintage, so I don't know. We'll just see. Okay? I'm going to go make my daddy some breakfast. Okay, you guys? We'll see you later. Yeah, I got lots of glassine sherry. Every size. You just got to kind of look, you know, what the sizes are. And I think I have some pink gourmet bags now too. They're lined with the glassine on the inside and then pink craft paper on the outside, so it's kind of cool.